poor young man helps an old man fix his car on a freezing night, unaware he's a billionaire. Once upon a freezing winter night, on a lonely, dimly lit road, something happened that would change two lives forever. A poor young man, shivering in his thin jacket, made a choice that seemed small in the moment, but would come back to him in the most unexpected and powerful way. And if you stay with this story till the end, you'll see how one simple act of kindness can transform an entire destiny. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe to Heart of Humanity, because stories like these remind us that even the smallest good deed can carry unimaginable blessings. It was nearly midnight, the wind was sharp, and snow fell in heavy sheets that painted the entire road white. 23-year-old Amir trudged along, his shoes barely holding together, his breath visible in the icy air. Life had never been easy for Amir. His father had died when he was only a child, and his mother worked tirelessly, sewing clothes for neighbors just to keep a little food on the table. Amir had been searching for jobs all day, moving from shop to shop in town, but all he heard were the same words: sorry, no vacancy. Cold, hungry, and with only a few coins in his pocket, Amir was heading back home. He thought of his mother waiting for him with worry in her eyes, and his heart ached. As he walked past a deserted part of the road, he noticed a car stopped by the side. The hood was up, and an old man in a heavy coat was struggling with the engine. Amir hesitated for a moment. He was tired, his hands numb from the cold. But something inside pushed him forward. "Assalamu alaikum, uncle. Do you need help?" Amir asked softly. The old man turned, his face lined with age but carrying a dignified presence. He was shivering, his fingers too stiff to grip the tools properly. "Son, my car just broke down, and this cold, it's unbearable. I've been here for an hour, and no one stopped." Amir swallowed hard. He didn't know much about cars, but he couldn't leave the man alone. "I don't know if I can fix it, but I'll try." He took the tools and bent over the engine. His hands felt like ice, but he pushed through. He remembered watching mechanics work back in town, and slowly, with trial and error, he tightened and adjusted what he could. After nearly 20 minutes, the engine coughed, then roared to life. The old man's face lit up with relief. "You did it. Thank you, son." Amir smiled faintly, his teeth chattering. "I'm just glad you won't be stuck in this cold anymore." The man looked at Amir closely now, noticing his torn shoes and thin jacket. "Why are you out here at this hour, dressed like that?" Amir lowered his eyes. "I was looking for work, uncle. Times are hard, but Allah is kind." The old man was silent for a moment, clearly moved. He reached into his coat pocket. "Let me give you something for your help." Amir quickly shook his head. "No, uncle, please, I didn't help you for money. You remind me of my own father. If he were alive, I'd pray someone would help him, too." Tears welled in the old man's eyes at those words. "You're a good young man, son. May Allah bless you." He gripped Amir's shoulder firmly before getting back into his car and driving off into the snowy night. Amir thought nothing more of it. He continued his long walk home, where his mother had kept a small bowl of lentil soup ready. He told her about the old man, and she smiled gently. "Allah sees every act of kindness, my son. One day it will return to you." A week later, Amir received a letter delivered to their small home. It was addressed to him by name. Confused, he opened it. Inside was a note. "Dear Amir, your kindness that night touched me more than words can say. I was not just an old man stranded in the snow. I am Malik Rahman, owner of Rahman Industries. I have more wealth than I could ever need, but what I lacked that night was faith in humanity. You restored it. Come to my office tomorrow. I believe your future deserves to change." Attached was a card and a generous sum of money for travel expenses. Amir and his mother were stunned. He went to the address, where he found himself in the office of one of the country's most respected billionaires. Malik Rahman greeted him warmly, embracing him like a son. "Amir, I want to give you a job in my company." Your honesty, humility, and heart are qualities money cannot buy. You will start as my assistant, and I will personally mentor you. Overwhelmed, Amir could barely speak. He thought of that freezing night, of how close he'd been to walking past. His small act of kindness had opened doors he could never have imagined. Years later, Amir rose through the company, building a bright future not only for himself but for his mother as well. And he never forgot the lesson that night taught him. Kindness is an investment that always returns with interest, in ways we cannot predict. So, dear viewers, if this story touched your heart, remember, never ignore someone in need. You never know who they might be, and how destiny might reward your compassion. If you believe in the power of kindness, subscribe to Heart of Humanity and share this story so it can inspire others too. Because the world doesn't need more wealth, it needs more hearts like yours.